Hello, y'all. This is Jasmine. This is my interview for the nanny services. I hope y'all can take away some tips from this on interviewing and things of that nature. So this is my help, Brittany.
Hi.
I want to help Brittany. Shout out to Brittany. But yeah, well, stop texting back there.
Good afternoon, Miss Lewis. My name is Brittany Jones, and I am the owner of Crybaby Nanny Time.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Thank
you for this wonderful opportunity. You guys have a wonderful establishment. It's very nice, very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. Okay, I would like to start off by asking you, how long have you been a nanny?
I've been a nanny for roughly 40 to 45 years, raising other kids as well as my own. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how old were the previous kids that you cared for?
The previous set of kids, they were the Greenwell kids. They were 14 years old, two twins, two beautiful twins. They were very needed children. They had Down syndrome, so that was a task for me because I had never worked with Down syndrome kids, but growing with them until they were 18 years old. We got along so well, and they were very wonderful children.
Okay, so why did you stop?
Because they became of age to where their parents had retired at 18, yes, and they were able to take care of them. I love those kids like they were my own.
Oh, okay, that's
yes, ma'am.
Or do you have any like certification in childhood development or?
Yes, ma'am. I graduated from Southern University, Southern in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You know, oh yes, baby. And I graduated from that in 1965. Yes, ma'am, in early childhood development, bachelor's degree. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I have a CPR certification. I get recertified every year.
Okay, is that the only certification you have?
Yes, ma'am. Those two. Yes,
ma'am. And what makes you a nanny?
I always wanted to be, a nanny. I took care of my siblings. My mom had 12 kids.
Oh,
yes, ma'am. I was the oldest. Yes, ma'am. And I've always taken care of them. And I enjoy kids, and I enjoy working with kids. That's my baby. The babies are my life. The babies are my life.
Okay. Well, do you mind if I ask how old are you?
Ma'am?
Do you mind if I ask how old are you?
Oh, I'm 66.
Oh, that's kind of. Are those braces on your teeth
no,
or those dentures?
Dentures.
Yeah,
they make me look young.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And what would you do if a child was to take sick or have an accident?
I would do the normal thing that someone would think. You go check on the child. Make sure
folks don't do normal
maybe not in these day and ages with these mothers. Oh no. But I will go out there or wherever the child is at and check on the child, make sure there's no visible, things that are really wrong with the child, as for bleeding out the head or the child still conscious and things like that. And then I will take the proper necessary steps to make that child feel better, or to make sure, the leg was broke, take them to the hospital. Things like that.
Okay. And can you describe your ideal family or employer?
I will honestly say I'm very versatile when it comes to people. I'm a people's person. Like I said, I'm a older person. So I've been grew up around so many people. I just, like I said, I love people. I'm a very versatile person again, and I've had horrible children that people consider horrible, but I consider them, trouble. They just need a little attention. Yeah, they just need a little attention. Yes, ma'am. So I don't have a particular idol,
Okay. Well, what are your beliefs about raising children?
I believe that kids should be raised in the way that you would want them to, treat you. You would want they should be able to respect elders. They should be able to respect even people their age, their peers. They should be raised in a manner of respectability. As long as you give a child respect, they learn on respect. They can go very far, very far.
Okay, what did you do to discipline children?
I do spank. Is that a problem with y'all services?
Yes, it is.
Oh, well, I mean, I can learn not to spank the kids, but I put them in timeout sometimes. I don't beat the kids. Child abuse. I don't do all.
Well, what is your definition of spank? Because everyone has their own definition of spank.
Yes, ma'am. You tell them, come here, baby. You tap them on the butt. You don't have to beat them to get your point through.
Okay. Well, here we don't believe in hitting the kids because that's
yes, ma'am.
Our policy.
I understand.
Okay.
And it's very understandable. There are other ways to chastise kids for kids keeping them from the games and the cell phones. The cell phones are taking over the world. Keep from the games and the cell phones. Cut the TV time down. All things like that, and they put them in a corner. There are other ways. I've learned that nanny. There's other ways than physically hitting the child.
Okay. Do you cook?
I do cook. Oh, you gotta try my rice and gravy, girl. Cajun rice and gravy. Yes, I do cook. I know how to cook all types of meals. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You don't look like you miss a meal, Miss Lewis.
No, ma'am.
Oh. Okay, well, I kind of don't know how to ask this question because, well, what are your future plans in life?
My future plans, I'm an old elderly lady.
That's why I was like, I didn't know how to come at you with that.
That's okay. I mean, there's much more I can learn in life. I love working with, I would love working with children. I know I've said that a couple times, but then those kids are my life. You take the kids away from me and old mammy don't have nothing. So my future plans are to just continue to work with kids. Bam.
So I guess that would complete this interview.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to look over your resume, and I should have someone, if not myself, give you a call back within 24 hours and let you know whether you have the job.
Yes, ma'am. And I thank you again. I thank you again.
I thank you for applying for our position.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a wonderful day, Miss Lewis.
You also, Miss Jones.
Okay.